Today, I want to talk about Trump. And Trump stated that he wanted to build a space force, a digital space force, which is going to be very interesting. And he also wanted to build a dome. But I'm going to go ahead and play a really quick clip of him, and then we'll go ahead and discuss it. Legislation creating a space National Guard until I spoke to somebody that's a great guy, very much a fan of yours, Marco Rubio. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "I love this. I love it. I love it." So we're going to do that. Space Force has been very important, very, very important. When I did that, the other people came in. They wanted to end it, and they were just hammered because people realized how important we were getting just destroyed in space. And now we're leading. We are leading with all of the major metrics in space. Russia and China were killing us because we didn't really have a focus on it. And once you did that, we have a focus, and now we're leading in space throughout the armed forces. We will make a historic investment in building a U.S. military for the 21st century, investing heavily in drones, robotics, artificial intelligence, hypersonics. Hypersonics was somebody stole the stuff, and Russia ended up making them, but we're making them now. But Russia ended up making that super speed missiles. They go about 7 times faster than a regular missile, which is quite fast. And we're going to build a great iron dome for missile defense around our nation. Other countries have it. Israel has it. Ronald Reagan wanted this many years ago, but we didn't have the technology at that point. But now we have the technology, so we're going to do the great Iron Dome, and it's all going to be built in our country. We're going to build it right here. Okay, so Trump talked about robotics and all of that good stuff and AI. So, what's going on? What is he talking about? So, what you want to do, you want to think about 6G. Now, 6G is going to be the age where everything is going to be connected, including your brain. So, if someone is wearing a brain computer interface, all of that is going to be changed into what? A hologram. Because right now they only can do two senses. They want to go all the way up to the six, all five senses. Okay, so right now we're at the point of holoportation, and you have your 3D telemedicine, and all this holoportation, which hollow means what? Hologram. All this means is that this is going to happen regardless of what? Distance. And that's what they want to do. And they eventually obviously want to make this all the way out into outer space. And so regardless of distance, you'll be able to teleport to that location. So what does that have to do? What does that have to do with a guard or something? Well, they have something for digital twin environments, a digital a digital bot that has like a body like a person, a digital twin. So you can think of it as a huge net, let's just say around the globe, because it's going to be, excuse me, satellites all in space pointed directly down to Earth. And with the 6G technology that is being put up, which will be up by 2030, and everything will be connected, these digital bots can go anywhere that it senses where it should go. So the digital bot can show up. And that digital bot in the future can be a hologram. And then a drone can go to that particular location And then after that, the humans can come to that location. And not only that, with it being global, they can predict where they think someone might be, for instance, crossing the border, for instance. So then that digital bot can say, "Oh, this is going to happen by this probability." And so the digital bot can send the drone, and the drone can be over there, and the drone can say, "Oh yeah, this many people are about to cross the border." And then they can have a digital cop along with other cops as well. With that, like I said, that digital cop will be able to appear as a what? A hologram. This is going to be amazing time. So I know you're like, what? Some people might be scratching your head like, what is she talking about? What is this? Holoportation 6G? What is she talking about? Well, I'm really excited. Nvidia, of course, explained it the best. So I'm gonna go ahead. We are gonna hop over there, and I want everybody to really understand it, because there's just going to be so many different inventions coming out, and I'm hoping that's going to produce a lot of jobs. All right. I am going to leave a link. And right now I'm on the video developer webpage. And this brilliant person here, he's talking about the holoportation, the virtual 3D teleportation. And how can they do teleportation? Because everything is digital. A long time ago, when everyone changed their TVs to digital, there were more. You could do more things with the games on your television, because everything got changed to digital. And even when, remember, they had car for clunkers, then everyone got recent cars. Everything pretty much changed to what? Digital. Okay. So here you have this man here. Okay. So this gentleman right here, he has HoloLens on his particular head, and his child is at his house. So he is viewing his child as a hologram. To connect with family members who are thousands of miles away. And that's exactly what we're going to demonstrate to you right now. My daughter is stood in a similar capture rig somewhere else in our lab. And she's going to holoport into my space, and I'm going to interact with her wearing my HoloLens. Hi, Bob, I miss you. Hey, Lilia, I miss you too. Are you coming home? I'm coming home very soon. So as you can tell, the graphics are getting a lot better. As you can tell, she's not like blinking. There's no holes in the hologram. You can, look, it's looking better and better, like she's actually in the room, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm going to show you this next part. Hold on. Live 3D capture. But our system is capable of another thing. We can actually record and play back that entire session. Now, this is almost like reversing through time. And if I wear my HoloLens device, it's almost like walking into a living memory that I can see through another pair of eyes from all these different perspectives. Now, that's huge, right? So he said it's just like looking in the past. And it's just like looking at a memory. Okay? So let's say if a crime had happened, they can pull that particular time period, and that's a one to many situation. But if you change the technology to many, which is going to be all of the 6G technology when it's up, well, what's going to happen is that you can have multiple people looking and analyzing that memory. So so let's say there's someone, I don't know, from different levels looking at it. So you can have a doctor in the room uh, giving you, I don't know, their opinion of what might have happened. Let's say something happened to someone. They're like, oh, well, if they have this type of wound, it might have been this might have been the reason. This is how they probably got hurt when they were crossing the border. Or the good thing is it's going to have facial recognition, and if they can give the faces all that data to the other person's government, stating that, like, hey, we need to get more people vetted, we're going to try to do it digitally. Or the digital cop, he can do a scan or a brain scan of people that are crossing the border to try to recognize them via biometrics. So this is going to be quite interesting. And just like everything, remember, everything is digital. Your brain patterns is digital. Everything is everything is digital right now. So anyone could be recognized, and that's where they want to get to. So as people cross that border, they're going to be able to eventually recognize, oh, that's that person. It's going to be quite interesting, and especially when all the 6G comes up, the hologram. Like I said, they're going to try and do all five senses where you can almost, like, you can feel the hologram and see the hologram. And the reason why I said that was because she could only, this particular young lady right here, she could only hear him. She could not see him. He is the only one that could see because he had the glasses on. And that goes back to about, I don't know, 15 years ago. It's the same logic as that monkey, and he was running on the treadmill, and he had a brain computer interface on his head, and he could control a robotic arm from long distances away. And you can think of the holograms as the same way. So if you have maybe a country that, I don't know, maybe something happened and they needed more security, or maybe they didn't have, maybe something happened where they needed more doctors. Well, these holograms are going to be just pretty much so real that it's going to be just like having a doctor right next to you. So it's going to be interesting Jetson times, because they keep talking about with the 6G flying cars. So we talked about the digital bot being just like a digital person in the digital world, because he's seeing a digital twin of our world. And if he ever needed to come into our world for us to see him, he can turn into what? A hologram. So we'll see him as a hologram, and he can say, hey, with his vision AI technology, there's a person that just crossed the border. They're wearing a red shirt, and they have this logo on it, and this is many people, and they might have this in their bag, and you have the drone. He's taking a picture, so it's going to be quite interesting. So I want to show you this real quick. And oh, that's pretty. Okay, well, that was a nice guy, but that was not exactly what I wanted to show you. Oh, let me move forward here. Okay, so I'm out. Let's pretend like I'm out in space and walking up the ramp here. I'm like, what is going on down in Earth? Okay, so here I'm walking in, and look at voila! This reminds you of Star Trek, right? Computer, I want to go on vacation. Where you want to go? Oh, I want to go to an island. So you can imagine, just like what Donald Trump was talking about with AI and robotics, and this is what he's talking about. And you're also going to be able, they're also going to be able to override the system, and they can remotely control the drone, or they can. I'm sure there's probably going to be like some type of vehicle as well that can transport the people. If Trump does become president, and if it does happen, then everything will be connected in space, as you can see here. Really cool game changers are going to be happening. Oh, that's a nice vacation right there. Well, I hope everybody has a great day.